Welcome to what is probably part 2 in my sort of Splatoon 3 sort of series where I talk about some ideas that were inspired by me playing Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville on the PS4. I was going to talk about this topic in another video. I've got like a massive wish list of ideas I want to see in Splatoon 3, and that video, it will be made in a few weeks time. I've got like a couple of videos before then, but yeah, this was going to be a topic in that video, but I thought, you know what, that video is going to be really long just because I've got so many ideas for that video. I thought, you know what, I may as well break it up into its own separate video. And pretty much I really want to see Inkopolis, like the hub area in Splatoon 3. I really want it to have more stuff to do than Inkopolis Square and Inkopolis Plaza, where in those hub areas there are just ways for you to get to the different parts of the game. So the single player, multiplayer, salmon run in Splatoon 2 situation. Of course there are interactive elements in there. You have the arcade cabinet in Splatoon 1's Inkopolis Plaza. You have the song machine in Splatoon 2's Inkopolis Square. But playing through Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville, yes, you still have the same sort of elements in there. You have characters that do take you to the single player, all of like the single player areas. You got shops in there. You got like a target practice area, which is similar to Sheldon's shop, where you can test out the weapons at the back. But also they have more interactive elements in there. There is basically a machine where you can get costumes out of. There is an XP machine where you trade in coins for XP. And yeah, pretty much there is real life players in that hub area as well. And pretty much when real life players do use those sort of machines, you can see them unlock costumes in the hub area. There is also on the plant side, there is a piano where you can sort of create tunes with other players. There is an Easter egg in there. You can get a trophy for doing the Plants vs Zombies theme tune. And on the zombie side, there is a dance mini game where you can get XP if you are the last zombie standing. So yeah, I would really love it if there was more interactive elements in Splatoon 3's hub area. What is really cool about having real life players in hub area is that you can communicate with them through the pretext sort of messages in there. And you will see in the gameplay in the background that someone came up to me simply because I wore exactly the same sort of outfit as them. I was default pea shooter. Another default pea shooter came along and interacted with me, and we pretty much went into a multiplayer as well. And that has happened to me in another situation as well. Someone wanted me to go into single player, and it is co-op, and we pretty much tackled all of the toughest bosses in the single player, which was really cool, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I think the one problem with that situation is whether Nintendo would do that. Maybe you would have to lose out on all of the players that do roam around in Inkopolis Plaza and Inkopolis Square that do display all of their art, and that would be a really big loss in my opinion. But having that interactive element in there of, you know, interacting with real life players in the hub area, it's like there is something called Giddy Park, which is like a theme park area where you can pretty much practice against other real life players, and there is no punishment there for dying. There is no sort of, right, you get to 50 and the other team wins or your team wins. It's just pretty much a PvP sort of situation where you can practice with that character. It's just a really cool area to explore with real life players. But yeah, I definitely would love to see more interactive elements in Splatoon 3's hub area. It's like with Giddy Park, there are interactive elements in there where you can ride on the Ferris wheel, you can pretty much tour Giddy Park on a boat, like a water ride. That is really cool. So yeah, you can go on a ride to have an aerial view of that area as well. So yeah, I would just love to see that same sort of situation replicated in Splatoon 3. I think the potential is massive for that sort of thing. But it's just a case of whether Splatoon 3, whether it would be on the Switch, would the Switch be powerful enough to run that sort of area. But having real life players in hub area, it just makes the world feel alive. It's like when players do promote their characters, fireworks do pop off in not only their world but also your world as well, because it is just all one place. But like what said, maybe you couldn't have both real life players and players that do display art in there, or just post when you do post into that red box in Splatoon 2. I'm not sure whether Nintendo would be capable of doing both, but yeah, I definitely would love to see more interactive elements than what we currently have right now. I would just pretty much take having all of the arcade games back again. That would be really cool to see. But in Inkopolis Square, you've got like an arcade in there. It's just really disappointing. That is just used for the show. You can't go in there, you can't go on all of those arcade cabinets. That would be really cool to see in Splatoon 3. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. It's just me playing through a different game and seeing what Splatoon could do in their game. And yeah, definitely did like that aspect of Plants vs Zombies Battle of Neighborville. But maybe you guys might feel a little bit different to me. But that's pretty much it for this video. And I will see you in another Splatoon 3 video where I will be talking about the idols. So yeah, we'll be seeing you in that video. And yeah, hopefully that video will be coming out really soon.